Hi, good afternoon. Officer Gribble with the Kirkland Police. I understand you called a report of disturbance earlier. Okay.
No, I want him to see you though.
Okay.
Because I'm like scared he's gonna like pop out and then like start targeting me.
Okay. Do you mind if we step inside or something?
Yeah,
Is that okay?
yeah.
Okay. Just to let you know our body cameras are on, okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
14th floor, we're inside.
Yeah,
101.
yeah. I'm gonna shut my fiance just got home.
She's afraid he's gonna see
tell
her
her.
and
No, that's a
retaliate.
good.
She's gonna shut his. Yeah.
14th floor, we're with the RP. So do you mind telling me a little more about what happened?
Yeah. So I took my dog out and I think he's like triggered by my dog or something like that. I've observed it when it's just been me, and he's like a lot more reactive around my dog.
Okay.
But he called him like a twerpy piece of shit, and I kind of hold him back, but I'm trying not to trigger if he has schizophrenia like more. But my dog has a spine disorder, so I have to do a lot of lifting and holding.
Right.
So anyways, he said something as he went down, something further, I don't know, I couldn't make it out, and then he slammed his door like super, super hard. And then I went into the lobby and I was gonna loop around the front to take my dog out, and then he went out onto his patio, and where the wood is, he like rested like this, waiting for us to come out front. And so I stayed in the lobby and I was gonna go out the other door so I didn't have to walk by him. And then I noticed his neighbor, who's in 104, who I knew lived there, and I just told him, I was like, your neighbor is terrifying. And he was like, yeah, he was like standing at my door, like yelling something in there that he was gonna like break in and do something. And so he felt like he needed to get something to protect him in case the guy reacted, and that he didn't feel safe like leaving his door unlocked. And so we were talking in the lobby trying to figure out what to do, and he's like, I don't know if I should call the police because like he hasn't done anything like physical. And I told him that the police, because I've been here like over a year, I was like, the police have come like 4 times because I've never called them, but I've seen them. And so I heard them like arguing in there. Like he came into the couch and like sat down in the lobby couch, the blue one, and I was standing in the lobby talking to the other guy, and then I just like slowly backed away into the hallway where he couldn't see me.
Got it.
And kind of like left that other guy.
Kind of just circled around.
So I just like backed up away.
Got it.
And then he looked at the other guy in 104 and was like, are you gonna be a problem for me? And then I just kept walking. And I didn't hear the rest of it.
Okay.
But it's very like responsive to me. Like it's just like my heart's racing. You guys have come here for another schizophrenic person that tried to break into my unit.
Okay.
A different lady. So
Lots
just
of
like a lot of like really intense mental health stuff.
Right.
And so that was kind of the gist of it. And then when I came back in, I just went back to that other door where I could come here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Could you give me a description of what he looked like?
Yeah, he's like over 6 feet. He's got like short hair, maybe a little bit of gray. He's black. He's thin. He wears like pajama pants that are like red checkered with black. Often he's wearing the same thing. And then a dark hoodie, something on it that I don't know what it is. And then socks and slides.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. But the guy in 104 might have a different experience. Let me just tell him real quick so that he knows that you guys are here.
Sure.
They're here, just so you know. Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't want him to be like
Yeah.
Surprised.
He just got home.
Gotcha. And what's your name?
Brianne Bailey.
How do you spell your name?
Brianne. And then Bailey, Bailey.
L-E-Y. Okay. What's a good phone number for you, Brianne?
720-324-9073.
9073. Okay. And if you don't mind me asking, what's your birthday?
9689.
9689. Okay. And do you happen to know his name? Or have you heard it mentioned?
I couldn't find it. They
That's okay.
did release something me on accident with all the names of the building.
Gotcha.
I can locate it, but
That's okay. We'll go. Do you know which unit he actually lives in?
it's in 107.
It's in 107.
Yeah.
Okay. And have you made any complaints to the property management yet about his behavior?
No, because it wasn't that helpful when the lady tried to break into our apartment.
Gotcha. I would still, my recommendation on that front would
Email
at least
them?
just email it. That way, at least you have it in writing.
Okay.
And then it helps us build our case if there's more stuff that comes out of it.
Okay.
So, okay. When he was talking to you, did he make any like threats towards you, or was he just?
I can't really tell what he's saying. I just like honestly can't.
Sorry, how's it going? No worries.
Yeah, it's your house.
He wasn't here for it.
Yeah.
I can't tell if it's. I feel like it's a him thing, which is weird because I am training him on separation anxiety. So sometimes I've had to sit in the hall while I'm doing the training. He's not that reactive to me, so he doesn't say anything when it's just me.
Got it.
But he says stuff when it's around.
With the dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know the other guy is having an experience with him that's different, so I don't.
Does your neighbor in 104 also have a dog? Or
No.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think it's a sole dog thing, but it might be the way that I'm like keeping the dog away.
Got it.
A little triggering. I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay.
I just feel like a little bit of like a magnet for some of these like schizophrenic episodes because the lady also. You guys came here for that.
Gotcha. Has she come? I know this is separate,
No, she
but
was like hysterical, like laughing in the lobby today. So I feel like I'm just like between this like
kind of sandwich of.
yeah, like she was doing the I think it's called like paradoxical laughing or whatever. She was doing that as I was like.
We're pretty much all dog people, so.
Oh, okay,
perfect.
yeah.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. Oh, I know I'm too big. There we go.
He had spine surgery, so we just like keep him low.
Try to keep him
Hello,
from.
buddy.
That's awesome.
Boy or girl?
One of my dogs
He's a
has
boy.
Boy.
like
What's your name?
Seven.
seizures and
Say the name.
like
His
hearing
name's
issues.
Thursday.
Yeah. Especially it's on several different levels.
Yeah, he's
So
really
I'm
friendly.
familiar with the
It's
struggle.
just-
Yeah.
I have to like.
Appreciate that. What kind of dog?
So she was actually a rescued Mexican street dog.
Oh,
so
okay.
she's got like 9 or 10 different breeds in her. She's
Oh my god.
it's a whole thing.
Wow.
So
Goodness.
but
Yeah.
our other dog is great. She's another
Yeah.
mix, but
Yeah.
less issues. So all
Yeah.
right. Well, any other information you think might be helpful?
No, I just like don't want to be a target of him. That's why I have to
course.
have you like not in the hallway.
No,
I don't want him to know that I called, and I don't want him to know that.
I completely understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
we won't mention your name or
But I'm
anything
just
when
like
we talk to him.
nervous about. I'm nervous about him kicking my dog because he has a spinal thing. I'm
Right.
nervous about him having a knife. I'm nervous about going out the front door.
Have you seen him with any weapons, knives, guns,
I
anything
told
like
him that he walked by me with something, but I don't know whether it was like a knife or like he jumped over his balcony, his like wood thing that goes out, and he like walked right by us.
that? Okay.
And he does stuff where like I'm sitting in the courtyard, and he'll go over by the bus stop and just stare. And like there's been other guys moving out of the building. Like there was one guy that like noticed it, and he like stayed in the area to watch
Sure.
and figure out what's going on. But he just does really weird stuff.
Unusual behavior
But
kind of all around.
it's not like the other lady where she has like overt schizophrenia with like the talking to herself and stuff like that. Like this
Okay.
is maybe schizophrenia, but I don't know. I'm not really sure like what it is.
It's also, I don't know if you mentioned this too, but like she works from home.
Right.
And I'm in the office, right? So like there's
I'm always here alone.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, which makes obviously me a little
Yeah.
nervous.
Nervous. Understandably.
Like I was driving home and like she told me about everything going on. I was like, oh my god.
And my mom's visited too, and like
Yeah.
she saw like when I brought Jersey out in the hallway that he just stared,
Nice.
and she was like, "Come here," like she's like, "We have to get you out of here." Like
Super,
it's weird.
super weird energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if it didn't feel dangerous, I wouldn't have called.
Right.
I think it's escalating, and I feel a little bit like I put myself in a target by staying in the lobby. Like seeing that I was talking to the other
Protection
guy.
order.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do think that he might have information about what happened Like,
Your neighbor in 104.
yeah, like
Okay.
he explained something to me, and I don't know if he called you guys too. But he talked about calling you guys.
Gotcha.
Um,
Yeah, we can check in with him and get
Yeah.
his side of everything as well.
but I also like don't want him to be further targeted either,
Right, understandably.
because he's closer to that
he's
guy.
right
Is
next to it.
adjacent, right?
And they
Yeah.
share like,
Oh, the wall.
Is it one of those like divided patios almost too, or is
yeah,
that
like it's not that thick.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So if he goes out on the patio, he can jump over the patio, and then he did threaten to like break into his place.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk to them as well and
Okay.
see if we can get more details. What I would recommend doing moving forward is shoot the property management an email. Are you familiar with the Redmond District Court?
No.
Okay, so it's in downtown Redmond, kind of right next to where like the library is and
Mm-hmm.
City Hall for Redmond. So it's a King County District Court, and you can actually get what's called an anti-harassment protection order. And basically, it's a legal order that will ideally prevent him from contacting you, harassing you, anything along
Do
those
you
lines.
recommend like doing that now, or just like waiting to
I
see?
would do it. You
Does he
basically,
get notified?
Yeah, he would be notified.
Because
He
I'm
would get a
like,
copy
I'm
of
moving
everything.
out of here in July. He's staying until
Okay.
September, so I'm just
Yeah.
like, I just
Gotcha.
want to
Our
get.
release is out in September.
Okay.
But I'm getting,
Yeah.
I'm gonna move like mid-July,
Sure.
so I just like want to get out of this
Yeah.
whole
Understandable.
mental health.
What you could do is go down to the courthouse, talk to them, get more details on how that process works exactly, and what the specific stipulations
also-
could be.
Do
And
I
it's
have
up
to
to
put
the
it under
judge.
me, or
Could she like? Could
could I put it under
do
his
or-
name? Because he's never here.
Yeah.
That is a good question. I'm actually not
Because then
entirely
he would
sure.
think
Yeah,
it's like coming from a man.
so basically a protection order is anyone could kind of file for it, and you can also do it protectionorder.org online.
Okay.
Okay.
And if you want protection in a sense, you have to put your name as the
Yeah.
protected party.
I'm
And
just
also
scared
him.
he's gonna like,
Understand.
if he's mentally ill.
It's
like,
almost
I
like
feel
it's a twofold in a sense, because you can't really maintain, anonymity. Excuse me.
Anonymity.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Because you would have to file for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I could file for it, like, I feel like I have too much time here left. Like, it, like, makes me
Yeah.
nervous, and
Yeah.
I'm alone, and he works in Federal Way.
Yeah.
So if
Okay.
something was to happen, like, I
It's a
don't...
long drive to get
It's-
back up here.
And
And
there's a lot of
Yeah.
traffic, so I feel
Yeah.
like I don't want him to know any of my information.
Yeah. There's a.
But I think it'd be worth just looking into.
Yeah.
I'd at least do the research into it, because the reason that's not necessarily anonymous is because they have to know who they're
Who
not
to-
supposed to
who
be harassing.
protect,
Yeah.
So, but it does give us more leeway to
Yeah.
work with him to,
Yeah.
if things change or escalate.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
Just check online.
I just feel like, too, like, if you guys have come so many times, do they still have the right to just, like, keep living in their situation?
depending on exactly how their lease is set up, if there's nothing specifically criminal, if he hasn't threatened you with a weapon or threatened to harm you in any way,
Yeah.
that's still technically kind of a civil action. If he starts making harassing or stalking behaviors, that could change things as well. But if he's just acting unusually,
Yeah. It's not like
it's not necessarily criminal.
Right. Yeah.
That being said, if he is housed here under certain other programs,
Sure.
there are usually strings attached to
Yeah.
those programs that could have consequences based on his
I
behavior.
don't think he is.
So,
Because we have an arch program here, which is kind of what portables some of the mental health stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's part of it,
okay.
surprisingly. Okay, well, I'll email them to at least let them know.
Yeah, at least give them a record of it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll look into the protection order too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Sorry about my. Yeah.
no, you're good. We're in your home. So,
Yeah.
we're in your home. So yeah, we'll go ahead and contact the neighbor and then see if we can talk to
Perfect.
him as well.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
We're here if you guys need anything else too.
sure, appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
You can also tell him that I had you guys come in because I just didn't want,
Yeah.
in case he wants that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank
See
you
if I have the
again.
right cards. Let's make the right cards.
What's that?
I'm trying to find the right card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I've got way too many business cards that are not the right one. Okay. So I don't have one for me specifically, but if anything changes,
Oh,
please
should I
give
just
us a
write
call.
your name?
Yeah, you're welcome to do that. So my name is Gribble, Gribble, and then my number is 706.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Have a good night, guys.
That's a good idea.
Of course.
It's a sound machine. I have one for Freddie, but
Oh, that's
There you
cool.
go.
Use this for noise?
yeah,
That's
cause
smart.
If,
Yeah.
like there's dogs barking in the hallways, like it kind of like noise cancels it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Totally.
Yeah, it's kind of
It
nice.
actually
I need
works
that for one of mine.
really
Yeah.
well.
I might need to
Yeah.
get one.
I was gonna say.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. We've
This
really
is from
liked it.
Amazon.
Yeah,
Okay.
just on
Yeah.
Amazon. Yeah.
Check it out. Thank you, folks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, appreciate it.
Take care.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
guys too. Have a good rest of your night.
Thank you.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep, use that in front of you.
That's
something similar.
like a white noise. Yeah. Instead of water.
Yep, he uses like a little.
Neighbor?
Yep.
Yeah.
That music is that thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Our,
Probably another reason.
Yeah.
the music in our lobby is also quite loud. You can't hear it as soon as you go inside the units, but.
Guys.
Hey, good afternoon. Officer Gribble, Kirkland WA,
Yeah, sure.
partners are here, just letting our body cameras are on and recording.
Yeah,
I understand there might have been some sort of incident earlier with one of your neighbors.
Yes, in fact, I was just writing up an email to my property manager.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Do you guys want to come in? I'd like to hit send on that,
Sure.
and then I can tell you the story. I believe he's 107, I'm not certain of that.
Gotcha. Okay, we were just talking with your other neighbor about the same incident, so if you're okay with us stepping in.
Yeah, please, come on in. So, okay, we'll turn some lights on for you guys.
Thank you.
And then I'd just like to grab my laptop right here on the bed.
Sure.
And you welcome to watch. Okay, so. So here is what I just sent to my property manager.
Okay.
You guys are welcome to read it, but he was pretty aggressive. Yeah.
Do you mind if I scroll down through the email?
Yeah, go ahead. Actually, with the
Is it? Oh, it's not.
two
Okay.
fingers down. Two fingers.
There we go.
And if you want a copy of that or anything, you're certain I can send it to you.
Yeah, that would actually be great.
Or screenshot, whatever works best for you. He seems to be upset about somebody vaping, and I don't know if he's imagining that. I've been here about 6 weeks, I think. I've never smelled anything except for cigarettes from the front parking lot.
Gotcha.
People in their cars. He seemed very distraught about it. And when I stepped out my door, he's just staring straight at me.
you.
And I said, hello. And I kind of walked around, and then he just kept facing the door like he knew somebody was in there and he was going to catch him vaping. I don't know what the issue is with vaping for him, or if he's sensitive to it, or he gets tested, or what it is, or if he's just having an episode. I mean,
Right.
he's pretty disheveled looking, and the way that he was cussing to himself and then walking outside and aggressively pulling on the door and cussing at the neighbor's dog, it's like it did not seem good. Something was just really off, and so yeah, when you knocked, I actually thought that was him.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I was kind of turning on the lights and getting ready to I looked out thinking, okay, I better brace myself for this and look to see if he has a weapon in his hands. Because I figured maybe he had time to mull it over, and I didn't want to
Process a little
open
bit
the
and
door without, kind of being ready for him to lunge at me or something, because he is not happy.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. The neighbor said there's been officers here before for him. As you can see, I'm definitely not a pot smoker. I'm into amateur radio and running and hiking and.
I was wondering what the antenna was.
Yeah,
cool.
ham radio.
Good deal. That's awesome.
And these are all antennas down here. They're not weapons bags.
Can you scan us?
What's that?
Can you scan us?
No, I only have the frequencies. These radios are only frequencies for shortwave and 2-meter band. Some of the radios will actually pick up, outside the band, but they won't transmit out of the amateur radio licensing.
That's very cool.
If you want me to forward that or something, I'm happy.
Yeah, I was going to give you my email address, and it'll move. It's Travis, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's a good phone number for you?
408
408
313
313
8020
8020. And could I get your birthday as well?
2278.
Perfect.
And your address, your email?
It's going to be sgribble, GRIBBLE, at Kirkland WA.gov.
Is that look right?
That's the one. Perfect. Thank you.
So, anything else I can answer or provide?
That should be all we need for now. Did he make any threats towards you, threats of harming you, anything like that?
He did not.
Okay.
I was kind of concerned because of how aggressively he'd come up and down the hallway and then through the lobby. And then after hearing the neighbor's report, that he had yelled at her dog again, he basically said, I'll be here till October. I have the right to be here. And I said, okay, yeah, and, he said, walk away. And I said, well, you walk away as well. I live here too. And I didn't tell him that I don't vape in here. And like you saw in the email, if anything, I'd rather him think it's my unit than anyone else's. Right? We've got elderly people here. We've got young ladies by themselves. Across the way, more young ladies. I'd rather him think that if he needs to come banging on somebody's door, that this is probably the best place for him to bang on the door.
Okay.
Not that I want it either, right? I'd rather have you guys, be able to engage with him than me. But
Ideally.
But yeah, it's unfortunate because now I feel like just going out to take the trash out, I gotta lock my door. It's right down the hallway. It's like 50 feet, and now I gotta lock my door. When I walked down the hallway and then still saw him just sitting there staring at my door crazy like, I thought, wow, this is not good.
Okay.
And I walked into the lobby, and then just a second later, I said, I can't leave my apartment. That guy's gonna go in there.
Right.
And I had heard him say, I'll fucking come in there. And I think what it was is he thought he smelled vaping. And so to himself, he was angry, and he's saying, I'll fucking come in there, to himself. But he was getting ready to confront whoever was
working
in
himself
this,
up almost.
Yeah, whoever was in 104 vaping. But
Is this a street level by the entrance?
yeah, it is. So that's the lobby door right
Okay,
there.
that's where we came in. Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so yeah, we were right next to it. Got it. Okay. So one of the avenues that you could take just to protect yourself, are you familiar with the Redmond District Court at all? Okay, it's basically downtown Redmond, kind of right next to City Hall, the library down there. But what you could seek is it's called an anti-harassment order. It basically gives you some legal protections if he starts acting like this, behaving like this towards you. There would then be consequences for said actions. You're welcome to research that online or go down to the district courthouse, talk to them. Basically, you would make your case for why you want this individual to stop harassing you. It's a pretty straightforward process. It would go to a judge reviews it, basically, elects different levels of kind of protection, certain contingencies and stipulations to it.
Do you advise proceeding with that or waiting until,
So the thing with
because there's not a pattern right now, so I don't know.
Not right now, but with the anti-harassment order specifically, it's not necessarily a protection or a criminal protection order. Mm-hmm. So you can basically file an anti-harassment order against basically anybody for almost anything. So it's an early step you can do to kind of protect yourself before it escalates.
Because if, and I'm sure you can't tell me, but if the neighbor was correct, that the police have already been here for him, that there's been other episodes of him frightening people with his behavior, and then what happened tonight, I would like to stack on that and at least get the harassment or anti-harassment order in or whatever that is.
Sure.
Can you give me what was the, I just sent it to myself, but You said,
It's an anti-harassment order at the Redmond District Court. If you Google it, it'll come right up. And then I think it's, you said it was protection order.
Protection order.
Yeah, protectionorder.org is another resource as well. That'll get you pointed in the right direction.
okay. Thank you. I mean, at some point, there'll either be more incidents and they'll stack up and they'll have to evict the guy or take him out, haul him off or whatever happens. But I'd like, you know, if we're one protection order away from getting them, you know, out of here so residents feel safe, I'd like to at least have my part done and,
Sure.
you know.
Yeah. And we did advise your neighbors to, you know, also send an email to management just to, again, keep building that case.
Okay.
So, all right. Do you have any questions for us or need anything else from us tonight?
No, I don't think so. Everything else has been good here, so.
Okay. Well, if anything changes, he escalates, makes any threats towards you, presents any weapons, anything like that, please call us, okay?
Okay, yeah, we'll do.
Awesome. All right. Thanks for your time.
All right, hang up your card, right on the fridge.
Perfect.
All right, thanks, guys.
Good night.
I'll lock it behind you.
Thank you. So 6. Oh, that's it. Flips odds and evens. Interesting. Yeah. 14-4. We're clear of Unit 107. We're going to try and make contact with the individual in Unit 107.
Want to give me that second?
Sure.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Great. Here.
So first we have something. Time and distance issue.
Absolutely. No. Great idea. Sorry? Don't need
You know what it looks like?
yeah, we got a photo, DOL photo.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, black male, black hair, gray stubble, that's it. Get over there. Yeah, I think it's really tight. So it should be that one.
You got his number or something?
I'm just trying to make sure I have his name right. Emmanuel.
You ever been here?
I was from the parking lot a few weeks ago.
Never inside. It's one of the few modern ones where you don't need a.
Yeah, once you're in the building, you're good.
You're good. Go up here.
Yeah. It's even in mine, like you need to badge in to get in the elevator. So that'll be a little tough.
Yeah.
And that little box in front door actually might be better.
What's that?
So the actual front door might be a little bit better
Yeah.
because that's a pretty tight box.
Everything okay?
So,
Yeah.
yep. Thank you.
What's the plan?
Down.
Trying to think because
Go back in.
I think doing the actual patio probably wouldn't be ideal because if we're all in the patio, there's nowhere to go.
Depending on what you got.
Nice.
Yeah, because if we're actually on the patio, we're boxed in. There's not really an easy way out.
Gate
So
is there.
no, it's just a fence, and then you kind of pop out. So without like knocking on the window and then hopping the fence back over, be a little
Tough.
be a little tricky. So front door actually might be a better bet.
Right.
So it's always straight up the hallway.
Yeah.
So all right,
Cool.
front door it is.
You have that phone number.
outdoor seating and stuff as well, and a couple of grills, but it's not right in the parking lot.
you do?
So it's a little more secluded. We've actually got like 2 spots.
Yeah.
So one of them's on like a 3rd floor, so it's like isolated.
Yeah.
It's quieter. You got you're looking out over like the ball fields.
It's kind of a cool setup as well. Just kind of just flows in the parking lot.
All roads lead to the leasing office. All roads lead to the leasing office.
Yeah, they sure do. It makes it easy. Should have made it a yellow brick road.
1431. I've got 2 possible stuff over there.
Forking for a firm.
First one is 253 217 3874. Second is 425 221 2734.
Copy, thank you. Out of the way.
That's
Yeah.
his window.
You think it's this one? Yeah. Anyway, it's still kind of similar setup, but. Counting.
See what all document is.
What's that?
You see if that's Guardian 1.
It is.
Oh, it is? You knew it? Yeah?
We're gonna pull up.
Not gonna look it up then. I was gonna look up flight radar.
It's a flight radar 24 or radius B exchange.
Yeah, flight radar 24. Is there a better one?
It just depends on what you're looking for.
Okay.
All the different websites have their own kind of antenna networks and the whole thing. ADSB exchange gives you raw data from like damn near everybody, but it also gives you like 0 search options. So, all right, trying the 425 number.
The service you're attempting to use has been restricted or is unavailable. Please.
Okay, that was not gonna work.
The service you're attempting to use has been restricted.
Work. Yeah. I'm gonna try them unblocked, but with this guy, I don't particularly want to do that.
Try calling each of them one more time. Sometimes you can call like
Yeah.
get you through that. But sounds like his service has been
The service
deactivated.
you're attempting to use.
Yeah, so it's no good.
The service you're attempting.
You can always just yell Mr. On and see if someone else.
Yell through it.
Yeah.
Or,
I'll watch your 6.
oh, thanks. There he is. Hey, can you come on, talk to us? Perfect timing.
Why are you guys here?
Hey, Emmanuel.
Why are you guys here?
We just got a report of a disturbance earlier. We just wanted to check, make sure everything was okay.
There is no disturbance, man.
Okay. Do you mind telling me what's going on?
Right here in 104.
Sure.
When I left my house, said what's up. I told him to get the fuck away from me. I have him on camera with me because I was filming him.
Okay.
Telling him to leave me alone. He lived next door to me and I asked him if he was vaping. So he ran and called the cops on me. 1 second, please.
It wasn't him that called the cops.
Who was it?
It was just another neighbor who heard you guys talking. They were concerned, that's
so
all.
Where's Officer Powe?
He's not here today.
Okay. Well, I was supposed to talk to him. I don't want police coming to my house like this. I didn't do shit to anybody.
Okay. Well, hey, we just got a report that there was something going on.
So,
We need to make sure everybody is safe,
There was
okay?
nothing going on here.
Okay.
It's like the, what, 5th time you guys have been in my house?
Okay, I don't know how many times.
How you doing, Corporal? Wait 1 second, Corporal. I'm going to go to my house and get my camera, please.
Yep, you're welcome to do that. Yep, phones.
Apparently, the manager said, I guess, to have everybody call the police on me for whatever the fuck reason it is. And that's ridiculous to me. I just got a police report on here trying to find out why people keep calling the cops in my house. I don't know them at all. But, just to show you what I'm talking about.
Okay. Well, hey, we're just trying to do our due diligence, all right?
I understand that, but you shouldn't be coming up here for frivolous phone calls and people lying on my name because these people are making false reports on me. So can I file a report against them for making false police reports?
You're welcome to do that. There's an online reporting tool with the Kirkland website, okay?
Because you guys are coming up here too much, right? And I've already spoken to them about me being harassed here. And then there's some kind of narrative going that I have mental health issues, Corporal, and I do not have mental health issues. I had court this morning with Redmond, actually, and I was out on bail. Okay. So I told another officer in squad number 176 about that about 5 months ago, that I didn't want to be fucked with out here because I'm out on bail from some shit down here, some racist shit down here in Redmond.
Okay.
So there's like 4 or 5 police reports on me here, and I'm trying to understand why they're allowed to do that and nothing can happen to them.
Okay. Well, we're talking to a few of the different folks that are involved.
This is our interaction.
Okay.
You don't? You came out of there? Yes, it is. 104, right? That's next door to me. You came out of there. That's your apartment, right? Yeah. And I said, someone is vaping in there, right? To you right there, just now, right? First of all, if I was, it wouldn't be in here. Okay. There it is. I told him to leave me alone. He wanted to get smart and talk some shit. Confrontation with me either. So I'm saying, you're talking like you want to argue with me. I'm sitting there down, minding my business. You can go anywhere you want to. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And he stood there after this video ran out.
Okay.
And I didn't say anything to him until he walked off and went to the elevator. So whoever called, let that be the reason. But this is childish. I'm 47 years old, and I plan on suing this woman anyway for lying on me. And I'm moving out to another area because I'm on Section 8 housing. And she's divulging my information to you guys without telling me. So I ordered the 911 video or the body cam video for her.
Sure.
Because I need to see that.
Okay.
Do I have the right to see that?
Yeah,
that
when you go through the process. And,
I already did that. I ordered. It's supposed to be coming right now. That and these phone calls and this phone call too. Okay. So who's going to have the police report from whom?
If you've done the request
I know,
for those,
I have the website, everything, page, account, all that.
Okay, great. Yeah, because we're not affiliated with that process at all. It's completely separate from us.
Okay.
So
we want to stop this narrative of me being crazy because I'm not at all.
Okay.
I don't think there's a narrative.
There's not. Yeah.
So I don't need no mental health professional. Officer Powe suggested they need to bring one here. That's why I asked to speak to him, and he refused to call me back. So then I saw 2 officers out there facing opposite directions, maybe like 2 in the morning, and I asked them, Officer Graham. I spoke to Officer Graham. Okay. I told him to ask him no, that I want to speak to Officer Powell because he wrote some shit in his police report that's not right. He tried to say that this gentleman here in 311, who's been coming behind my house where you're standing right now, and those signs right behind you that say, do not defecate here. He's been repeatedly coming down here and shitting behind my house. And when I complained about it, he called the cops on me. Right? Okay. So Officer Powell said he tried to hit on me. That's not the case at all. He did not try to hit on me. What he's doing is he's annoyed by what I say in my house. And he's coming down here since I moved in and shitting behind my house. So after he called the cops, then they put those signs right there behind you up saying, don't do that.
Okay.
Right? So I'm being harassed in here and I'm moving. Number one, okay? Because I don't want to be on this side of the water with this nigger shit and all this. We don't want you here. And I'm the only black man in this fucking apartment who's not gay too. So I'm leaving October 10th.
Okay.
So they know that. King County Housing Authority knows that. And I'm about to sue this woman. So please don't come down here for frivolous phone calls because somebody called my house and I want to know how they got my phone number. And it seems like it came from the manager because that's the only way you will be able to get that phone number.
Okay. So the report that we got was just of a verbal dispute between 2 parties. Okay?
Really?
That's the report that we got. Did you see
that in that video?
I'm just telling you the reason we're here. The phone call that we got, that's what the information that was told to us, okay? The first thing we're going to try and do is make sure everybody's safe. That's what we're doing with you. Mm-hmm. You're safe. Were there any threats towards you? Any weapons? Anything like that? That the other party?
Did you see that in that video?
I did not, but I'm just checking with you in case there's something the video didn't capture.
No, he didn't threaten me. But he did when I was leaving my house. He popped out talking about, hey! And I don't want to talk to him. He's listening to everything I do on the other side of the wall.
Sure.
We're right here. That's a 2-bedroom. I'm in the studio, and that's a 1-bedroom.
Okay.
Right? So my house is rated in Redmond behind people listening into my house with Detective Tolbert, and I sued him last year.
Okay.
I had to talk to them about that in court this morning also.
Gotcha.
So I had to get off of bail to avoid that shit also.
Got it.
So people are lying on me here in the Triangle apartment saying I did something to some woman, and I give them a police report to fill out so they can go ahead and get me arrested, and they refuse to do that. And they make up stories so I have to move. I moved twice last year.
Got it.
So I came up here for peace. Right? And I saw one of your officers sitting in the squat car over here. These people here who don't like me, who are all neighbors from the community, like Officer Baker understands also, that are here picking on me because I'm not from the community.
Right.
And I speak my mind freely in my house, and I have the right to do that, but these walls are paper thin,
Right.
and all my neighbors are gay, and I'm not trying to discriminate against them because I voted for gay rights, but I'm also being sexually harassed at work by gay men too, and can't find an attorney to help me like I told them last time they came here.
Okay.
So I've called multiple law firms. So me speaking my mind and men trying to touch me at work are problems for me. So I'm going to leave this area and try and go back to Seattle where I'm really from and get away from these multiply or mostly gay apartments. Like I said, because they are. And that's a fact. So there's no room for straight people here. Obviously. So I'm going to leave. And the whole staff is gay too, mind you. And my manager is lying about me to you guys on these police reports I just got. I did not see them for about a month. I had to finally get them in an email and read them and find out that she's involved in talking about me also, which violates my lease.
Okay.
So that's it pretty much for me.
Okay.
But I don't like seeing you here because it makes it seem like I'm a fucking criminal and I'm crazy and this other shit that Officer Powe is helping them do when he says, hey, he called my phone saying blah, 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 so I decided to have Seattle Mental Health come to his house. I don't want that.
Okay. Well, we don't have any mental health guys with us today. Like I said, we're just trying to figure out what happened. All right. So, first thing I want to say, if somebody is trying to touch you at work, regardless of whatever else is going
I called
on,
the cops on them. It's
you
Hanson
should.
Brothers
Okay.
Moving Company. There's a video. You can watch it on there.
Okay.
So we have to sue them later. But
I'm
the
glad
temp
you're doing
service, the temp service that I went through to get them,
Sure.
they don't want to help me either.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry
So
about that.
anyway, that is what that is. But I'm just letting you know that's what I'm dealing with.
Okay.
Okay.
I understand.
Harassment here.
I understand why that's all frustrating. You got a lot of shit going on. I get
So
it.
I'm not mad. I'm just tired of you guys showing up to my house in this area.
And I'm just trying to give you the information we're working off of, okay?
Yep.
So, moving forward, I know it's a lot of stress with all the neighbors, everything else going on. If anybody else tries to get in your face, yell at you, anything like that, I know it's hard to be the one
Can
to
you
walk
go knock
away.
on this man's door right here, Shane, in 104 if he lives there? Because that's in his name. I
Okay.
asked him what his name was. Tell Shane, I wrote an email to my manager too.
Okay.
I told him, tell Shane to leave me alone. He wanted to talk a little shit when I was leaving out my house, and it's true. I was locking my door, and he's like, hey, right? And he knows I don't want to talk to him.
And-
But then he began to blah, blah, blah. So, like I said, I told him, go away. Then he started trying to create this, he's scared of me, and I'm trying to yell at him, and that's why neighbors ran and did that pussy ass shit like that. But anyway, you guys are here now. Could someone go tell Shane never to talk to me on this property? I would appreciate that because I sent that email to the manager.
And we'll go chat with him, make sure everything's...
Please do.
Okay.
That's pretty much it for me.
Okay. Hey, just moving forward, if there is some sort of thing that happens, I would strongly advise, I know it's hard to do it,
I was taking
but
my
just-
trash out.
Okay.
I can't take my trash out. He's like, he's leaving when I'm leaving.
Okay.
And he wants to talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. I don't know you.
Okay.
You can hear everything I'm saying in my house, and I know that. So, I mean, what are you trying to provoke a conversation with me for? And then talking about I'm being rude to you. I don't need to talk to you, man. Just keep walking, bro.
Okay. You don't have to talk to him either. You can keep walking also. That's an option. You don't have to engage with him. Okay? I'll tell him the same thing. Okay? Just so it's fair for everybody. He doesn't have to talk to you. You don't have to talk to him.
But I'm not
Is
in
that
trouble
cool?
with anybody. I have a right to.
And nobody's
so-
saying you're in trouble right
you know
now.
what I'm saying? But
We're just trying to make
it's
sure everybody's
getting
okay.
petty, though. It's just, it's like the 7th time you've been here. But okay, fine. I understand what you're saying.
This is my first time here, okay? I've never met you.
All right.
So. Alright.
Do you want to email that video to us?
Yeah.
I can. I'll just
Yeah.
upload it.
Yeah. What's a good phone number for you?
Give me your card. I got everybody's card
4
now.
Can I get my incident number, please?
I got a stack now.
I will send him the invite.
Yeah, I just do that. So. Incident number, please.
You want my card too?
I don't care yet. They give me all the cards. They take them all. Might as well.
Yeah, more than welcome.
Like baseball cards.
17593.
You keep needing.
Okay.
I don't even leave my house. I'm not going to stay in my house like a prisoner. I take my trash out and I never interact with none of these people. So
And that's
to me,
totally fair.
It's frivolous phone calls to me. I'm a grown man, but you know.
So, first and foremost, I want to appreciate your time for coming out here. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that you're leaving this unit, but I understand your reasons.
I'm from Seattle anyway.
I understand, but again, I want to appreciate you coming out here and talking to us. I
Yeah.
just want to make that clear. Okay?
Thank you.
So, I'm out of my personal cards, but I wrote my name in my badge number on the front, and the case number's in the back. Okay.
That's cool, man.
All right. Do you have a good phone number I can send you a link to upload that video for?
253.
Let me get my.
2972.
I'm sorry, I was still getting my notes open. You said 253.
Yeah. 287.
287.
2972. I'm gonna tell Officer Powe to give me a call too. He needs to change some of these statements he made on his police report. I'd appreciate that.
I'll let him know.
Thank you.
You can also email him directly.
Yeah, if you have his contact info, you can do that.
I'll call him. I left many messages. He can call me too.
Okay.
He got my number.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
All right, I'll send you that link, okay?
Honest one.
Thanks, sir.